Hi everyone, and welcome again to I'm All Right. My name is Lisa Robertson. I'm an editorial director. I'm also a writer of fiction and nonfiction and have been for over 20 years. The purpose of this YouTube channel is really to help kind of new and aspiring writers kind of gain the knowledge that they need to take their writing to the next level. I want to give you some tips and tricks that will help jumpstart your creativity and really move you along as you pursue your writing goals. In addition to the work I do here on this channel, I also have a website, which is imallright, WRITE.com, where you can connect with me personally. I do a lot of manuscript critiques for works in progress and completed works, kind of help you do the tough work of revision as you really take your writing to that next level and add all the bells and whistles and crafts that really makes your writing the best it can possibly be. But in the meantime, there's a link below if you want to connect with me to do some one-on-one work with manuscript critique. But in the meantime, we're going to continue to post this content here on the YouTube channel. I'm trying to do a video a day throughout the month of October because it's the lead up to NaNoWriMo, which is a very big opportunity for new and aspiring writers to kind of get a whole lot of work done in a short period of time. It's very challenging and it can be very defeating, but I want to provide a lot of content here to kind of help combat that and keep you going towards your writing goals. This week, I've been doing a 7-day series on kind of what I'm calling the 7 deadly sins of writing. And that is kind of these mindsets or beliefs or habits that are very limiting and kind of keep you from working towards your goals. I offer the information on what those sins are and then offer you a solution on how to fix it. We're on day 6 of this week-long series, and I'll give you a quick recap of what the first sins were. There are videos on each of them on the channel if you would like to look at them, if some of these ideas resonate with you, or just enjoy this video if it's the one that drew you in, right? So our first sin was procrastination. No, it wasn't. Our first sin was perfectionism. Clearly not a concern for me because I'm just going to keep going. I'm not even going to stop. So day 1 was perfectionism. Day 2, we talked about ego and how to have a healthy ego and still balance it with a sense of humility. Day 3, we talked about envy and how detrimental it can be to writers. Or just, people in general. Day 4, we talked about a phenomenon I call fancy pants, which is when you just try to pack every little literary trick or device or crutch you have into each and every page of your manuscript to kind of show what you can do, which really takes away from the art of your writing. Day 5, we talked about indecisiveness, and today's sin actually goes hand in hand with indecisiveness. They're really kind of a matched set. And today's sin for day 6 is fatigue. I think indecisiveness causes fatigue. Fatigue kind of lends to indecisiveness. They're kind of they kind of work together in a really uncomfortable and detrimental way. So they're not good partners, but they're definitely in a partnership, right? So when I talk about fatigue, I'm talking about kind of the lack of resolve that comes in and the defeatism that comes in when you hit some of those difficult, challenging portions of your manuscript. It usually comes in as you hit, the middle of the book, as you've kind of set the stage and created some characters that you love and some situations that you think are intriguing, but you just don't know what to do next. And you're mentally up in your head and it's exhausting, right? And you get that sense of exhaustion where you want to stop and you don't want to keep going anymore because it's really hard and you don't feel like you're making any progress. And I've been there. I can't tell you how many 100-page novels I have written. And what I mean by that is novels where I've gotten into about 100 or 120 pages and just quit because of a lack of resolve to finish, a sense of indecisiveness, kind of these two things going hand in hand, which have really just kind of paralyzed me and defeated me. And especially early on in my career, I was like, I can't do this. I can't possibly complete a manuscript, right? And it's so frustrating. So I really want you to work past that sense of fatigue that happens when you hit that middle stretch. You kind of know what you want to have happen at the end. You kind of feel strongly about the beginning that you've created, but what do you do with these 120 pages in the middle where you have to kind of get through the nuts and bolts, right? There's a lot of things you can do, and I think the most important thing, if the sin is fatigue, common sense would kind of say maybe that the solution to that sin would be to take a break. But I'm going to tell you the exact opposite should hold true. It's really easy if you quit to not pick it back up again. It's kind of like church, right? Where if you miss a Sunday, then you don't go for a year. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But you really have to keep going and not give in to that sense of fatigue, because you might not recover from it. You might not get the will to finish if you quit for a while just to kind of rest. I think it's important that you have a routine set around writing. That is a really important solution towards this. And that means that you put some rules and routines around what you do every day. I have a video about that, kind of 4 ways to make writing a part of your everyday life. I suggest you check out that video. It's here on the channel, and it will help you kind of develop some habits that will make you a successful and a persistent writer. So that's really all I have for you today. That is our 6th sin, is the sin of fatigue. And your solution for it is to not give in to that fatigue and to keep going. We'll finish up this series tomorrow with our 7th sin. There's kind of a reason I put it off till the end. That might have given you a hint about what it is. But I hope this series has been helpful to you, and I look forward to concluding tomorrow and then going forward on new challenges in the week to come. So I'll see you then. Thanks. Bye.